fucking way.
It's still there. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Welcome everyone to the Piccsta Podcast. I'm your host, the Piccsta. Let's see what we got going on here. Hope the sound is right. Hope it's good. Been working on it for a while. I'm always working on sound, man. Always. We always trying to get sound right up in here. It's an ongoing battle, man. Mic check, mic check. All right, it seemed to be okay. But welcome everyone to the podcast. Happy Father's Day to everyone that celebrates. I'm not big on holidays myself, but hey, happy Father's Day. Hope everyone's weekend's been good. You know, it's always too short. It never lasts long enough. Let me see. Make sure you go to the YouTube, check out my new long form video I posted yesterday morning actually. Matter of fact, let me check on that video. Let me see how it's doing so far. I didn't look at the numbers for a minute. Hopefully I got at least 30, at least 30 views at least. Let me see what we got. 24. It's climbing though. It's climbing. Work with that. We can work with that. We definitely can work with that. But like I said, man, happy Father's Day to everybody who celebrates, all the fathers out there. Keep taking care of your kids. Keep being a role model. Keep doing your thing. Oh, man. Episode 9, 10? We're on episode 10 now? Episode 10. Man, listen. There's a lot going on. A lot of things changing. It's a lot of current events too, man. I want to talk about a few events before I get into the subject of the podcast, which is my journey in gaming in the future. Current events. Let me see, man. I had some stuff I wanted to talk about. Some stuff I wanted to talk about, and I said, you know what? I'm going to let that ride. I'm not going to talk about all of it because a lot of stuff is real sensitive. So many people have feelings about things, but I just observe. I try not to put my emotions in too much of these current events. I just kind of just sit back and watch, man. It's hard to even get invested in some of this, man, because the way it goes, man, it changes so much. And you think you got something going on. You think you're looking at one thing. You think you understand one thing, and then it just totally changes. And in reality, you shouldn't be worried about it in the first place. But let me see. Some of the topics I had, like I say, the subject of the podcast is about gaming. But I had so many topics, man. Like this DDG and Haley situation, Trump versus Musk, the Nintendo Switch release, which is a gaming topic. Everything going on with Diddy. We don't like to say that word around here, but everything going on with Diddy. Man, I had a on Threads. I don't know if anybody's on the Threads app. I had an interesting back and forth, if you will, with a few people about Jordan and LeBron. I don't know why this conversation keeps going on. I know it's real heated right now. It's the NBA Finals and stuff. Now one of them is in it, and still they're the topic. Still, MJ versus LeBron. That's never going anywhere. Just a few things, man. It been on my mind. Like I said, the podcast, I was trying to get them weekly, but we got so much going on. I got a lot going on, man, outside of my gaming and the podcast and stuff. Then football season just started back up for us. We start tomorrow conditioning, so I'm real excited about that. Get back up into that, man. I've been lost without football, man. So I'm happy and excited to get back into that. We ain't gonna even have a football over there. It's just gonna be a lot of running, just conditioning and stuff, man. But just happy to get it going, man. Get back into it. So, with that being said, I don't even know what's going to be happening right now. As far as I know, the conditioning is going to be from 6 to 7:30. When we start the season, then we start doing practice. Practices is going to be from 6 to 8. So I'm going to have to pick certain days, or I'm going to have to create content and just go in. I'm still going to post my YouTube Shorts, and I don't know, man. I ain't really been on TikTok like that. TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. I got socials on all of them. Man. I really haven't been on it like that, man. It's just I don't know, man. I feel like they try so hard just to hide your content, man. I don't know if YouTube has. There's the socials right there. Y'all want to check them out. I don't know if YouTube has a. I don't know if they have a program where you can pay to boost your content. I don't know. I never see it on the app or nothing like that. But on TikTok, it's all in your face, and Instagram is all in your face. Where they give you, they'll pull up one of your good performing content, reels or whatever, and they'll say, "Do you want to boost this?" And then if you click on it, it give you all kind of prices and stuff to boost your content. But I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of things like that because I've seen a couple of videos. I've asked a couple of content creators, and I've seen a couple of videos that say like if you start that TikTok, whatever, you start to pay for views or stuff like that, they'll put you in a lane where you always got to do that. It won't ever change. You'll always have to boost your content like that. They'll start shadow banning your content until you pay money, and it's just not something you want to do. Let's see what we got here. Raider from Vita the Diva. What up, Vita? Vita coming through the raid, part of the three, man. Welcome to the Piccsta Podcast. I'm your host, the Piccsta. I appreciate y'all coming through here today, man. Happy Father's Day to all that are fathers. Thank you, Vita. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. How you feeling today? How you feeling? Welcome to the podcast. I appreciate you coming through, bringing your community here. For anyone that don't know me, I'm a variety content creator of karate. I know karate too, but we ain't gonna talk about that. I know something. I know a little bit of something, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Variety broadcaster. I play all types of games. Right now, we on the podcast. I got a lot going on, man. YouTube, like I don't know if y'all came in too late, but here's the socials. I'm well. How was your Father's Day? Oh man, it was amazing. Actually, it was amazing. That's why I'm starting the podcast so late. I was supposed to start like 4 hours ago, but my family had some plans for me. They took me out to eat and stuff like that. So um, I can't even complain. I had a great Father's Day, one of the best I had in a long time. Um, yeah, took me out. We went to eat Chinese. Man, good food too. I can't even front good food. Also, anybody that's in here, if you don't mind, head over to my YouTube. Check out my latest video. Um, it's a good video too. Real good video. Check me out. Leave me a comment. Troll me. Be honest. Be brutal. Be nice. Whatever. But just please leave a comment. You don't have to watch. It's 15 minutes long. You have to watch the whole thing. You can go all the way to the last 2 minutes and just check out the victory part of it. I don't care. As long as you show some support, I'll be appreciative of it. Thank you so much. Keeping you tab. Okay, about to take to Chili's. Oh, Chili's. Hey, they still got them bottomless margaritas. Ooh, you know what Chili's got? Chili's got a drink. It's like a margarita, and they put a Corona in it. And they put a Corona in it upside down. Man, hey, yeah, y'all enjoy that. Y'all enjoy that. Y'all enjoy that. He likes the street corn. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you, Vita. Thank you for that raid. You could have bought it anywhere, but you bought it here in the Piccsta. Appreciate you. Y'all enjoy that, man. Y'all enjoy. Get that margarita. Get that margarita for him. The one with the Corona upside down in it. I love, man, listen. Let me see if I can find that. Just a picture of it. I don't know if anybody ever been to Chili's. I know some of y'all be acting bougie like, Chili's? Man, Chili's is the look. Listen, look. This This is it right here, y'all. They serve this at Chili's. No cap. No cap. That's a drink that they have at Chili's. Like, I don't know if they're still doing it. I ain't been to Chili's in a minute. Like, for real, I ain't been to Chili's in a minute. I don't even know what a Chili's is at around here. But the last time I went, I got like 4 of those. Hey, them things good, man. They real good. But yeah. Let me get into some of these discussions so we don't get too far off. You know, so we don't get too far off. Let's talk about some of this. So this DDG and Holly thing, Holly, whatever her name is. I don't know enough about the situation or the people to form an opinion on it. Neither do I really care to form an opinion on it. But I will say this: I don't like how some people. It troubles me, man. How some people just be invested in celebrities' lives like that. It's just I don't know, man. It's weird. Nobody finds that weird. Like you have people actually online. You got people online that actually they are really like arguing with people. They're going back and forth with people online, bro, about someone else's life. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get it. Hold on a second. That's that's messed up. But yeah, you got Happy Father's Day. What's up, Play? Happy Father's Day to you, my brother. Happy Father's Day, man. Plague in the building. Cheers, Plague. Appreciate you, man. In fact, let me give my brother a shout out, man. It's my brother, man. Let's see. Imagine putting that time and effort into like your family or something productive. Man, listen, bro. I'll be back one day. Hey, take your time, man. Take your time. You know? What you should do, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You should start posting on YouTube. YouTube being very generous right now. They're being very nice with people that create content and post on a consistent basis. So I would not leave Twitch, but I would definitely start dabbling in the YouTube side. But whenever you're ready, bro, I'm here. Whenever you're ready, I got you. I'm always be at that stream. But you're right, man. You're right. I agree with that. Um, People don't even put that attention or effort into their own life, into their own family. And it just bothers me, man. And some people get away from the notion that the only thing separates some of us from celebrities is our net worth and our money. These people are still human. They still human. Having $50 million or whatever, $10 million, that's not gonna make you be a better person. That's not gonna make you not have domestic disputes with your husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend. That's not gonna make you stop speeding, or it's not gonna change you for the better. It may actually change you for the worse. You know, I heard a saying one time where someone said, when you get rich, you become more of what you already are. You have access to do more of what you already do. So if you're a person that wastes money, you get more money to waste. If you're a person that every time you get a raise, you get another subscription or you add another bill, you get $10 million, you're gonna have double your bills because you can afford it. So, and I know that's not everyone. That's not it's not a blanket statement. I'm not saying some people, but celebrities are just like me and you. Like when celebrities get in trouble, I know a while back Tiger Woods got in trouble and people were like, Tiger Woods, oh, he had all these women, 8 women, 12 women, 15 women. Man, the dude's a billionaire, man. Dude's worth $1 billion. Like you know what I'm saying? He can afford all the women first of all. But even if he didn't have, let's just say he had $10 million, a low ball money for him because he's actually close to $1 billion, or maybe he's worth $1 billion. Last time I seen before the divorce, he was close, but he's still human. He like women just like any other man, and he likes a lot of them. Everyone knows someone that likes a lot of women, so it's not like him being rich separates him from us. You know, like I say, net worth wise, tax bracket wise, but he's still human. All these celebrities are still human, so it baffles me. I am befuddled. I am befuddled when people say, "Yo, what? They got all that money. They messed up their money. Why would you do that? Why would?" Simply because they can. With money comes power, and when people have power, they feel like they can do whatever they want. That's what separates them from us sometimes too. Sometimes we don't have the money or the power, you know. So I don't know, man. That whole thing, bro, it is kind of troubling, man. Like not the situation, not them. That's their business. I'm talking about the people in the comments. I'm talking about the people. Some of these comments I read, and his wife showed him she was human too. This ain't the time. This ain't the time, Vita. hey, she got it. She got everything she was worth. She got everything she was worth. He knew better than that. I don't blame her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to live that life, and I'm saying that, I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to live that life, don't try to drag no woman with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Just live that life. Nothing is stopping, especially if you got all the money and you got everything you need to live that life. Live that life. Stop trying to drag a woman along with that. She may act like she with it at first. But once you say I do, once you have kids, once you go down so far of a road, a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women gonna look at you and say, okay, you're not finished. All right, the first 5, 6, yeah, I'll let you play this game, but what we doing now? And you got, you know what I'm saying? Some people ain't with it, so he should have quit while he was ahead. I ain't gonna lie, he should have quit while he was ahead. But you know, money and the power, you know, it's just, you know, it is what it is. But like I say, the situation, any celebrity situation, it's not that's not what bothers me. It's the fans of the celebrities. It's the people who pick sides that bothers me because I'm like, yo, how can you be? There's a comment that I seen. It's really disturbing. This female said, she said Haley Haley could kill DDG and I'll still have her back. What? Whoa, what?
Man, did this dude just did this?
That's what she said. She could literally kill DDG and I'll still have her back. And as people get so wrapped up with these celebrities, and it's just like, yo, the celebrities can do no wrong in their eyes. So they in the comments fighting tooth and nail with everyone about people that they don't even know. You only know what the media reports to you about these people in their lives. You don't know these people, and you don't know who's right and who's wrong. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. You don't know who's right and who's wrong. You don't know what's best for their child, and they are literally fighting each other, throwing slurs and slangs and hurtful comments towards each other. Like, you'll say something, they'll say, "Oh, you must be stupid." Like, it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't like that. And you know, that's the same thing what happened with me and this person with this MJ versus LeBron debate. Like, I was saying basically MJ's better than LeBron. Even if you don't agree that MJ is the GOAT of all time, he's better than LeBron. That's just how I feel about it. Now, it's arguable. You know, anybody that wants to can argue that. You can, and you have a strong argument for both players. You have a strong argument, but me, I watched both of these guys play. You know what I'm saying? I watched LeBron play. I watched Michael Jordan play. And when I have this debate, right? When I have this debate, that's what I go off of. When I have that debate, Jordan versus LeBron, I go off the eye test. I don't say, well, Jordan won 6 championships and LeBron only won 4. I don't say, well, Jordan got 10 scoring titles. LeBron got, he got 1, I think. I think he got 1. Or Jordan got first team all defense. I don't say that. I don't never say that, because when you're talking about a competition, when you're talking about me versus you or whatever, it's not about how many team accolades I got. Yes, that plays a part, a small part in who's better, how much you can help your team. But if that team is really good, then that would probably overshadow how good you are. It could. It could. Not all the time, but it could. But when I talk about Jordan and LeBron, I always argue about the eye test. I always argue about how Jordan played the game and how LeBron plays the game. And I just feel Jordan was better. I just feel like he welcomed the challenge more. I feel like he outplayed most of his competition for most of his career. I just really, and just like seeing him ball, I just feel like, okay, he that dude. And the thing about when you are debating that, or anything of sports of that matter, people are so passionate about it. They don't never hear what you actually trying to say. If you say, well, I just feel Michael Jordan's better than LeBron, you know what they heard? Michael Jordan's the GOAT and LeBron is trash. That's what they heard you say. You don't say that. You don't actually literally say that. But that's how they interpret it, because you ain't agreeing with them. And that's another thing. What kind of person are you? You have to ask yourself that. What kind of person are you when you try to bend people to your will of your belief? Everyone can feel how they want to feel. Everyone can believe what they want to believe. Everybody doesn't have to march to the beat of your drum. Everyone doesn't have to agree with how you feel or what you want them to agree with, right? They can feel different. Somebody can say Kobe's the GOAT. A lot of people feel like Kobe's the GOAT. They watched Michael Jordan at the tail end of his career. If they were young enough and they seen Jordan on the Wizards, they don't want to hear what he done with the Bulls. They seen him on the Wizards and they seen Kobe winning championships, and they feel like Kobe's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, and everyone has an argument, right? Everyone has an argument when they use the right players. You can't just use anybody. But when you use the right players, you have an argument. Football is another big thing. A lot of people say, well, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Because he won 7 rings. Rings are teams. That's what teams, right? I feel there were plenty of quarterbacks better than Tom Brady. They weren't in better positions than him. They didn't have better teams than him. But they played the quarterback position better than him. The one that I always say is better than Tom Brady is Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was an amazing quarterback. To me, he was better than Tom Brady. There was a point in Peyton Manning's career where maybe 2 or 3 years, right, that he was done by halftime. Like during the season, he was done by halftime. He put the coaching headset on in the third quarter. He coached the backup quarterback, Painter. I think the guy's name was Painter. He was coaching him, and he played the whole second half. This dude had his team up 28 or 35 points at half, and then he take the second half off. I remember this, and I was like, "Oh, this dude, he just scoring like this, throwing touchdowns like crazy." And I just felt like at that quarterback position, he was better than Tom Brady. Tom Brady did more with less. I do agree with that. He did more with less, but there's people like Dan Marino. Have you ever seen Dan Marino play? To me, he was a better quarterback than Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Michael Vick. I look at Michael Vick. He was a better quarterback. He was more athletic. He was a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Tom Brady was in the right system. He made the right decisions, but I just feel like there was people that played the position better than him. And I'm talking about the eye test. Notice, I'm not saying too much about stats, other than the fact that I said Peyton Manning was done by halftime for a little while. Like, you know what I'm saying? During the season, he did that. I think 2 or 3 years maybe he was doing that. Didn't last his whole career or nothing, but he was that guy. He was good like that. But people who don't know better or people who don't really have an argument, they want to argue just to argue. They'll say, "Oh, well, he got 7 rings." That don't mean nothing. He got 7 rings, and the people that played with him each year got 7 too, right? Gronk don't have 7, but Gronk got a lot. He played with him a few years. He went to Tampa and won one with him. So everybody that played with Tom got rings too. But you're not gonna make an argument for them being the GOAT of their position or whatever. So, it's just it's crazy, man. Because the reason I say that is to say that there was a guy, like I say, on Threads. I seen a post on Threads. I don't even be on Threads like that. I be on Threads looking at a lot of stuff, just catching up on news and stuff. There was a guy on there, and I said something. He's like, "Oh wow!" Like he basically said I was stupid. Oh, you must be a comedian because you think Michael Jordan better than LeBron. And a young dude, man. I'm like, bro. I said, and I told him, I said, today I got time. I said, I may be a comedian. I say, but I'm not funnier than the people that think Kobe is better or LeBron is better, And we just went back and forth a little bit. I don't normally do that. I don't usually do that, but I seen where he was going. I seen how he started throwing insults to me. And I'm like, bro, he's not even talking sports. Now he's talking about me. So I had to exit that. Stuff. But people just, they try too hard online, man. They try too hard online to be right. They try too hard online to be correct. They try too hard online to demean people and put people down. And they think it makes them feel good. Some of those people are just losers, man. They losers. When you find yourself trying to win an argument online, you got to stop and ask yourself, what am I doing? You're a loser. You're a loser. You're trying to win because you ain't winning nowhere else in life. You don't even know if you're arguing with a real person. You don't. I think that will stop a lot of online arguments, especially if you type something and somebody challenges it or somebody starts calling you a name, you got to start thinking like, is this a real person? Is this a bot? Because people program bots to keep engagement going, right? They'll say some stuff opposing to you. Trust me, this AI stuff is powerful. They'll program bots to say something opposing to you just to keep the conversation going, just to get 100 comments, then 1,000 comments, then 10,000 comments. That's what they want. They're trying to pump up their own, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to pump up their content. And you may be caught in that loop and you don't even realize that. No, but nobody thinks about that. People just, you know what I'm saying? I had watched a video on YouTube about that where a guy was like, man, you may be arguing with a bot. You need to think about it. What are they saying that has substance? What are they talking about with you that has substance? And then in the video, it said, go and check out their page. See how old their page is. See what kind of content they got on their page. If the page is bare, if the page is butt naked, that may be a bot. That may be an account created just for engagement. So I don't know, man. It just, like I said, it just bothers me, man. Just seeing people fight so hard on the internet for something that they feel they believe in, and they don't really have the substance to believe in it. They just really feel strongly at that time about it. Your energy could be directed somewhere else. We're gonna leave it at that. But I was telling the guy one more thing. I was telling the guy he kept throwing out in the okay. So the post that we were arguing under, the video was a guy that was saying LeBron was better than Michael Jordan, and he started putting out all kind of numbers. Like he was saying all kind of numbers. Oh, LeBron is the all-time scoring leader. He gonna be the all-time assist. Like he was just he was saying stuff. He gonna be the all-time rebound, all-time. Like he was just saying stuff, saying how much he got now and how much he'll have, and when he finished playing, and he's like he could play another 5 years, bro. You don't know that. You don't know that, but this was his argument. And I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, okay, I get where you coming from, bro. Like for real, I get where you coming from, but in my mind, I always live by this where someone told me this one time. We were talking about something. We was arguing about something, and it was like, man, numbers never lie. And I said to the dude, I said, no, numbers lie. Numbers lie. Numbers don't always tell the truth. That's why most people throw in numbers, right? So even when he say, oh, LeBron James is the all-time scoring leader. Well, the dude didn't play, 22 years, and he's still going? He should be the all-time scoring leader. How many basketball players, let's just say this, how many basketball players that you consider to be the GOAT or a GOAT, a Allen Iverson, a Dwayne Wade, a Kobe Bryant? Kobe did play 20 years. Michael Jordan, how many years did Michael Jordan play? Did he play 16 years? 14 years? I don't know. But how many people, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? Magic Johnson, how many of them played 20 years? If you played 20 years in Tom Brady, 20, didn't he play 20? How many years did Tom Brady play? When you play for a long period of time like that and you stay healthy, you should have all the records. That don't make you the GOAT that you played this many years. And he got this record, he's all-time leading scorer. He been playing and he's still playing. That man waiting for his other son to come into the league. He got one son into the league. Now he waiting for the son that's actually good to come into the league. Right? So he may be there another 2-3 years. He may be in the league another 2-3 years. So that's why I say numbers do lie sometimes. Numbers are deceiving. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Tom Brady, if you say, well, who's the GOAT quarterback? Oh, Tom Brady. He got 7 championships. Right? That's the number, right? That's the number that people say you can't challenge that. Numbers don't lie. Well, in 5 of them ships, 4 or 5 of them ships, more than half, he had a top-rated defense. And what's the saying? Defense wins championships. You know? So sometimes numbers can lie. Sometimes numbers can be deceiving. Sometimes. And that's why a lot of people bring numbers up. But if LeBron had played 15 years and he got all the stats he got now, then the numbers would mean something. To me, those numbers would be a little bit more meaningful. But, I digress. Moving on. Just remember I told you that numbers do lie sometimes. But moving on. Let's talk a little gaming. And we're getting into the, I spent a lot of time on that. Let's get into the topic of the show today. Nintendo Switch 2 release. I don't even know the price of the Switch. I don't. But I do know this. That was a new system. That was a new console that came out, and there really was no buzz behind it. I saw a video on TikTok where they were saying, like, people pre-ordered the system, and they went into the place where they pre-ordered it at, GameStop or Best Buy, wherever they was able to pre-order it, and the system was on the shelf, like, full. Like, they weren't missing any systems. I feel like there was no hype. Like, no hype behind the system. And that's crazy, man. Anytime there's a new system come out, there's a little hype about it, man. A little push for it. And I don't feel like anybody was excited about this. I don't know if that's because Nintendo rushed it. I don't know if it's because they didn't get the maximum use out of the original Switch. I don't know what it was for. I don't know if it's because of the price. I did hear the price was like crazy. So who knows? I don't know. But I didn't see any people really excited about it. I see a couple of the broadcasters that I watch that have it. They've been playing the Mario Kart World on it, whatever. I've seen a few things, but other than that, I don't know what there is to be excited about this console. I get it. People on the go so much. So people playing games on their phone. They do have Nintendo that had these handhelds. Um, Microsoft is doing a handheld, and then they said PlayStation is doing a handheld, which is going to be dropped along with the PlayStation 6. That's the rumor. But I mean, handhelds are okay. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I would get one, but Steam has one. What is it, the Steam Deck or something like that? They like handhelds are cool. I get it. But the prices, man, the prices of these consoles is crazy, and I get it. You're getting a high end machine. You're not getting no trash. But if you're already investing in something at home, it makes it kind of hard to go that route. It makes it kind of hard to invest in something like that. You know, unless someone gets it for you for a gift, it's hard to go that route. It's hard to invest in that. So, like I said, I get it, man. It is what it is. But I just don't see any excitement about the Switch 2. I don't see the games. I don't see people like anytime a console releases, even like the original Switch, there was so many videos on it. There was so much hype about it. I don't see that right now. And I'll go out on a limb. I think the big problem, the issue is the price and the price of the games, right? But gaming is going in that direction, whether we like it or not. Gaming is going in that direction, and I refuse to believe it's inflation. It's the cost of these, making the games. I don't believe that. I think a lot of studios, I think a lot of devs are looking at it and say, hey, whatever we charge, they're gonna pay it. I think they don't believe we're gonna wait it out for the game to go half off or the game to have a discount. I think they believe like we can charge $100 for these games. They'll buy them. And historically, games were that price. I don't know if y'all ever had, Super Nintendo, Sega. I don't know if y'all that old, but man, the games were pricey. The games were $70, $80, $90. Google it. The games were pricey, right? What's up, Queen? Queen Mouse in the building. Thank you for coming through, Queen. I know you always come through. You always show love. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. How you feeling today? How's your weekend, Queen? Happy Father's Day, man. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you, Queen. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. The Division 2. Oh yeah, I was watching you play the Division 2. I'm about to play. After the podcast, I'm about to get on. But how's your weekend? Appreciate that Father's Day shout out, Queen. Thank you, Queen, for always coming through and supporting the podcast. I appreciate you. I don't want that to go over your head. Thank you for always coming through. Every podcast I've done, you've been in here. Even if you just said hello, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that because I'm really passionate about this. I really love this content. I really like talking. And anybody that supports that, I got love for them. So thank you. Thank you for supporting the podcast. You always come through. You always interact. I appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all check out Queen. She streams midday. Well, I say midday. By the time she starts streaming, it's midday in California. But she's a New Yorker. Check out her stream. She be dubbing in COD. She's a variety streamer. You may see Fortnite. You may see COD. You may see The Division.
Hey, it's on again. Cause we ain't broke no more. No more. We ain't broke no more. Hey.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Queen with the quarter up in here. Let's go. Oh yeah, check out my latest. I got a dub, Queen. I don't know if you've seen it. Check out my latest YouTube vid. Got me a dub, solo dub on Rebirth. If you have time, you don't have time, just click on the video, put a like on it, and just put a thumbs up in the comment. That's it. It's 15 minutes long. I don't expect anybody to sit there and watch the whole 15 minutes unless you really are entertained. Unless you really start liking the video. But if not, like the video and just put one word in the comment. That's all I need. That's all I need. I appreciate you, Queen. Yeah, I was just talking about these handhelds that's coming out. The Switch 2 just came out. Xbox has a handheld coming out. Steam has one, the Steam Deck. I think Reaper got one. And PlayStation, it's rumored. I haven't heard anything confirmed, but it's rumored that there's going to be a PlayStation handheld that's going to drop at the same time as the PlayStation 6. I won't be getting any of those, none of them. And while I like the idea of handheld gaming, if anything, I might get a Steam Deck. I don't think a Steam Deck has any subscription, right? I don't think it has any subscription or anything like that. So I will be looking into that. But anything with a subscription, anything with a Game Pass or a PlayStation Plus, not doing it. I'm not doing it. And we'll talk about that in a little while. We'll get to that later. But what I was saying, Queen, was I don't see the excitement behind the Switch 2. The Switch 2 just dropped. I didn't see people lined up to get it. Like, I didn't see any excitement behind the console. And I think the reason for that is the direction that gaming is going. And it's the pricing. It's the pricing of the systems. It's the pricing of the games. Let's not even talk about how scarce the PlayStation 5 was, first of all, right? And then whenever you were able to find one, how they were, price gouging. Like, okay, $700 here. You know what I'm saying? I know some people that paid over $1,000 for a PlayStation 5. I paid $600 for mine, right? And I had got a few of them, and I was able to sell some, right? And I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't a scalper. Like, let's not do that. I wasn't doing that. What happened was not me, but my wife. She actually was on hold, like, to try to get some machines, right? So, like, you had to get in line, and you had to, you number 51 and whatever. So she was online on two different, she was able to get a few, right? But and I was like, yeah, get them. So just so I could help people out, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people couldn't get a hold of them. I didn't sell it for no crazy price, you know what I'm saying? I think I sold them and made like $50. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't trying to make like $100, $200. I think I made like $50, right? Just because I really wanted to help people out. But the way it's going with the pricing and everything, I really think these companies feel like whatever we charge, they're going to pay it. They're gamers. They're not going to quit gaming. They're not going to quit gaming. So if we get the Nintendo Switch and we say, hey, this console is $800, or these games about to be $90 a piece, someone's going to buy it. They're going to have success in selling these things. We have to know this. Like, it's not going away. They're going to have success in selling these machines. So just be careful. Just be careful, man, because the one way we can protest, the one way we can speak up is through our pockets. And for as many people say I'm not, twice as many or 3 times as many people say I'm going to buy it. And the cycle just keeps going. It just keeps going. So we got to speak up. We got to do our thing. We can't keep letting these developers and these studios gouge us like that. We can't. We got to do what's best for us. So, my journey in gaming. Let's get to it. My journey in gaming. We'll be 50 minutes in. 50 minutes in, I'm finally getting to it, right? My journey in gaming. Man, it's been a long journey, man. I'm 42 years old. I started playing video games when I was 3 years old. I say this all the time. Some people call cap. Some people say, man, you lying. You just trying to seem like you whatever, man. I've been playing games since I was 3 years old. My grandmother can back me up on that. She bought a Nintendo for the house. She bought it for her daughters, for my aunts, right? And I remember, like, you know how you playing, you got the controller in your hand, it's not plugged up, and I don't know. I guess I realized I wasn't playing whatever. I'm looking at my aunt's control, her control plugged up, mine not. So I'm like, yo, I want to play. And she started clowning. She started cutting up, and my grandma was like, let him play. Let him play. And my aunt Sharon, she didn't move. She just kept playing the game, Super Mario. She just kept playing. Man, my grandma snatched the controller out of her hand, put it in my hand. And the rest is history. I'm telling you, I was 3 years old. The rest is history. And man, this same conversation, I had this conversation with Reaper. The very first stream that he had that I went in. Of course, I met him through Peeps and UBG. Shout out to Peeps, shout out to UBG. Everyone's still rocking with them and everything. And I met him through that community. Wonderful community, great community. If you ever want to visit that, UBG Gaming. And I remember he was doing something on one of her streams, and she was like, "Oh, Reaper's streaming tonight. Why don't you check him out? He's a good streamer. He's a good tech guy, retro guy. Check him out." And I remember I went to that stream. Still today, I'm not glazing my brother. That's my brother, but still today, one of the best streams I've ever been in, man. One of the best streams I've ever been in. We talked wrestling. We talked retro gaming. We talked tech. We just talked a lot, man. And I learned a lot about him through, and we've been friends ever since, man. And listen, I stand on that. Still one of the best streams I ever been in my life. And I remember we were talking and just going down memory lane and just talking about the games we had, the games we played, the consoles we had throughout the years, man. And when I think about that, when I think about me and my gaming journey, when I think about when I fell in love with video games, right? When I think about watching my mom play arcade games, right? I watched my mom play Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Gallagher, Dig Dug. I watched my, like, we would go to the laundromat, right? We would go to the laundromat, this was back in the 80s, man. And they had arcade games in the laundromat, right? And we in the laundromat, we washing clothes, and my mom would sit down and play. And I would watch her play, Mrs. Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac. My mom was good too. She was real good. And I would watch her play these games, right? And I kind of fell in love with gaming. I'm like, yo, I want to play. I want to do this. I want to, I was the kid just reaching up for the arcade sticks. Don't even got a quarter in. I think I'm playing. I'm watching it on the screen. And, so once we got a console at home, my grandma bought a console, and I started to play. And Nintendo I just fell in love with Nintendo, man. And I'm talking about, I'm about to take y'all down memory lane, like, for real. If you know, you know. So I know some of y'all young, some of y'all 20s, 30s, but if you know, you know. Like, we had a Nintendo, and I'm thinking games like Russian Attack. This is old. I know y'all ain't gonna know some of these games. Bionic Commando. Dig Dug 2, World Class Track Meets. That's what the Power Pass, stuff like that. Man, Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man. They had this game, man, bro. They had this game, bro. I don't know if y'all remember Domino's back in the day, Domino's Pizza. They had a mascot, right? They had a mascot called the Noid, right? It's called the Noid. they had a mascot, and they had a game. They had a video game called Yo Nord. Let me see. Bro, I used to rent this game, bro. I used to rent this game and play this game, bro. Yo, for real, hey, I used to listen. This was a game, bro. This is a look. That's a Nintendo game, bro. Right? Dog, I used to play. Look, I used to play that, dog. That's a Nintendo game. See the Nintendo. Look, see the Nintendo logo right there. Only you probably can't see it, bro. Only for Nintendo. Yo Nord. This was the mascot for Domino's Pizza back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. And they had a video game. I used to play that. Bruh, they had a game, so Sprite had a game. Sprite had a mascot called Spot. It's like a red bottle cap or something. They had a game for that. Everything had a video. Everything literally, bro, had a video game, bro. McDonald's had a game called MC Kids. Let me see. I'm not bullshit. I'm not playing, bro. Hold on. Bro. Look, McDonald's had a game, dog. McKids. A Nintendo game. Bro, I remember these games, right? Because for so long, bro, I couldn't even play the games, right? Like, you would see the commercials, or like if you had a Nintendo Power, a gaming book. I'll see the games, but I could never play them, right? I remember the mascot, but I didn't know there was a game. Man, listen, they had a game. I used to play that game. I'm gonna show you. I'm show you some of the Nintendo games I used to play, like Bionic Commando. I ain't gonna show you that one. What's another one? What's another one that? They had a racing game, right? Like RC racing. Like it was like remote control cars, but it was a racing game, bro. And you see, my grandma wasn't buying no games. The games cost a lot of money, so she wouldn't buy no game, but she would bring us to this place called Curtis Mathis. I'm from Southwest Louisiana. They had a store called Curtis Mathis. It was a video store. It's like a video store, and they had video games there. You could rent them. So that's how I played a lot of the games. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that game sucked. It was too hard, man, for kids to play. A lot of Nintendo games was hard for kids to play, but yeah, that game. Then you had Ninja Turtles 2, like the arcade game. That one was a little bit easier to play. We played that one. What's another game, bro? I'm trying to think of another game that I played. Oh, they had baseball game. We used to play baseball game. When I was a kid, I played baseball. When I was a little kid, I played baseball. So they had bases loaded, stuff like that. I used to play that. Let me see this game. Let me see if this is a Nintendo or Super Nintendo. Okay, so this was a Nintendo game. This was a good game though. This is a good game. Let me see. I remember the game, the mascot. I know that game. McKids was my joint. I loved that. Hey, listen, McKids. I'm telling you, Double Dribble, Jordan versus Bird. Like this is the games I played when I was a kid, right? So this is a game too. I don't know if Reaper know about this, right? Street Fighter 2010, right? Capcom. Come on, Reaper. Whenever you watch this VOD, if you see this, Street Fighter 2010, there's a Capcom game, and there's a Street Fighter guy. Like, it's a guy, and it's for Nintendo, right? So in the game, it's like you got like a little guy, and you're just trying to do certain things, and like you go through levels and stuff. It's not like Street Fighter, like Ryu Ken. It's not like that Street Fighter. It's not like a versus. It's an action adventure game, right? But we used to play that game all the time, man. That game was so damn hard. Batman. Like the Batman game, that shit was in 89, bro. Batman Um, RoboCop. Come on, man. Oh my gosh. So there comes a point in time in a gamer's life where they fall in love with gaming, right? They fall in love with gaming and video games, right? Everybody remembers when they did it. I actually had two times where I fell in love with gaming. The first time was Nintendo, right? And you know, shortly after Nintendo, Sega came out. You could not tell me that Sega was better. I knew people were Segas, right? But you could not tell me Sega was a better system than Nintendo. I wasn't trying to hear it. That was something that you could not get over me. Like I wasn't trying to hear that, right? Queen, let me ask you something, Queen. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you? Like I'm not trying to get in your business like that. You could say if you want to say, if you don't want to say, fine. But the fact that you play with kids, I'm thinking we around the same age. I'm 42, right? But cause my kids, that's late '80s, early '90s. Like, and if you remember, Yo Noi was, I think they was done with Yo Noi by like 92, 93. Like, the not Yo Noi, but the Noi. They called the mascot the Noi. So the Noi was, Domino's went in a different direction. I think it was like 93, 94. Gotta be, because that didn't last long. The Noi didn't last long. But bruh, another game I used to play. The real name of the game is the New Zealand story. That's the real name of the game. But the American version of the game, they called it Kiwi Crazy. That's what they called it, Kiwi Crazy. But the real name of the game was the New Zealand story. And it wasn't nothing but a bird, man. It was like a little bird, and the bird tried to rescue its friends and stuff out of captivity, like zoos and stuff. Man, that game is the game. The difficulty of the game reminds me of it reminds me of a Cuphead almost. You know what? I don't know, man. Cause Cuphead starts off difficult. Kiwi Crazy, it was difficult, but it got, as you got into the later levels, it got real difficult. Let me show you. Let me show it to you. Kiwi Crazy. Let me show it to you. Bro, I'm telling you, we used to rent this game from Curtis Mathis. It say a bird brain adventure, Kiwi Crazy, right? See that Nintendo stamp, bro? I'm telling you, I used to play these games. These games, the music that I used to hear on these games, like it's still in my head. It's embedded in me, right? Because I was so into gaming. Like that, it's part of who I am, right? Bro, I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance, right, just go to YouTube, watch some gameplay. You might look at it and you might say, "What is this? Like, what kind of game is this?" But when you were a kid playing this, it meant the world. Like, it meant the world to you. You know what I'm saying? What else they had? I played. They had some football game. Oh, Tecmo Bowl. Let's not forget about Tecmo Bowl and Tecmo Super Bowl. Not Super Tecmo Bowl that was on the Super Nintendo. Not that one. Tecmo Super Bowl. Man, I'll still play that today. Matter of fact, I found a website that got some games, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to start streaming some of that, especially Tecmo Super Bowl. But yeah, man, like I fell in love with gaming in Nintendo, and there was so many people, man, that there was so many people that I knew that had like a Sega, right? I know my friend. Shout out to Nilton, my friend Nilton Goodwin Jr. He had a Sega, man, and I had so much fun playing the Sega, but still I never would concede that Sega was better than Nintendo. As a man, as a grown man today, 42 years old, I will say Sega was better than Nintendo. It was. Clip it, Feel how you want to feel about it. Whatever. I don't care. Sega was better. Sega was better. And I mean, you had the games, you had the interaction, you had the graphics. Everything that Sega had was better than Nintendo. But as a kid, right? As a young kid, and you latch on to something, you don't want to let go of that. You don't want to say like, nah, this is better, because I didn't have that. I didn't have a Sega, right? And I didn't get a Sega until I moved with my mom. So I lived with after I lived with my grandma, right? I lived with my mom, then my grandma, then I went back with my mom, and we moved out here to California, right? Stayed out here for like 2.5 years. When I moved back to Louisiana, I lived with my dad. I lived with my dad for like 5 years. I had a Nintendo. Then one Christmas in 91, right? Christmas in 91. The same year Larry June was born, right? Smoothies in 91. I got a Super Nintendo, right? I got a Super Nintendo. Some of the games I played on Super Nintendo: Clay Fighter, Killer Instinct, Super Double Dragon, stuff like that. Mortal Kombat. So I still wasn't into Sega, right? But my friends had Sega. I know I had a little Asian buddy of mine, Icha. I never forget his name, Icha. That was my dog, man. He had a Sega. He didn't have a Nintendo. He had a Sega. Another guy, I forgot his name, man. But he had a Sega. I know this other guy, Brent. I was cool with Brent. He had everything. He had a PC. He had a Nintendo. He had a Sega, right? And at his house, that was the first time I seen RoboCop versus Terminator. That game blew my mind, bro. Just RoboCop versus Terminator for Sega. Man, that game blew my mind, bro. When I moved, I lived with my dad for 5 years, right? And then I moved from my dad to my mom. And they just happened to have a Sega there. I don't know how she got it, whatever. My brothers and my little sister, they had a Sega. So I was all in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, we got the Sega. What do we got? We started getting games for the Sega. We got Comic Zone. Comic Zone, bro. That's a good game, bro. Comic Zone. You could Google that too. They had this one game, bro. I'm gonna Google it for you, because a lot of people don't know about this game. I think I had said it that night in Reaper's stream, and he kind of acknowledged it. He probably knew about it. So this is a game, bro, right? That I played. We had this game, bro. You got just go look at the gameplay on YouTube, right? Because you ain't gonna play this game right now. Cyborg Justice, right? This is Sega. See that stamp, Sega Genesis, bro. Go look at that game, man. Go watch. This game was everything to me, right? This is the game we had to the house. Like I say, when I moved with my dad, my friend Nilton had one. That's why I played Joe Montana, Sports Talk, Eternal Champions, Sonic the Hedgehog, all these Sonic games. He had all of them. So that's why I seen these games at my friend's house. Then when I moved with my mom, they had a Sega in the house. So we started getting games, Vector Man, stuff like that, bro. So I remember for the one summer I went to my Aunt Jerry house. Spent the summer with my cousin Kobe, whatever. He had a game. Let me show you this game. Some of these games, bro, like I don't know where they got the idea for these games, but man. These games was amazing, bro. Like, okay, there's a game. Check this game out. Ranger X. Bro, some of these games, bro, like they just embedded in my mind. Like you know what I'm saying? This over 30 years ago, dog. And I remember, because I was, like I say, I was so into it, right? And the games kind of like they just changed me, man. Just playing the games and just, you know what I'm saying? We sat down. We played that game all summer, man. We played that. We played The Lion King. We played Aladdin. Like we was getting challenged the whole summer, bro. Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. But then gaming shifted for me, right? So I don't know if I ever told this story. So it was simple as this, right? You got Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gaming. 1995. Here comes the PlayStation. Right? It's PlayStation. Everybody's talking about PlayStation. Before I could ever play a PlayStation, I went to Walmart one night. I went to Walmart with my stepmom. I'll never forget this. I went to Walmart with my stepmom, right? And I'm going to electronics. Like when I was real young, I was like, I'm going to the toys. Don't leave that toy section. I'll go to the toys. I'll be in the toy section, playing with Transformers, G.I. Joes, Ninja Turtles, He-Man, Thundercat, Bucky O'Hare, Attack of the Killer Tomato. All these toys, like I'm just playing with the toys, right? Hot Wheels, all that, Super Soaker, just playing with stuff, right? Brave Star, right? I'm playing with all these toys and she's shopping. Then I got to a point where I didn't go to the toys anymore, right? Got a little older. I said, well, I'm going to electronics. I go to electronics. I'm playing, and you go to Walmart, the games are on display. So they got the controller down here, the TV up there. It's you, right? Right? You just playing the games, whatever they got. I'll never forget this, man. I went to the store with my stepmom one night, right? I wasn't living with my dad at the time. I think I was just spending the night to my dad's house. I was living with my mom. So I went to the store and they had a Nintendo 64. I didn't know about it, never heard of it. I just kept hearing PlayStation. But then I seen the Nintendo 64. So GoldenEye, that was the game that they had on display, GoldenEye. So I remember playing the game. I remember it was the mission where you infiltrate the facility, where you drop in through the vents in the restroom, right? I think it's like the second level. and I'm playing the game, bro. I'm shooting people and everything. And this is, you gotta remember this. I can't remember the year. I want to say 96, maybe. But I just remember 96 or 97. But I just remember playing the game. I remember the rumble of the controller. Never felt that. Never heard that. Never knew. I didn't know what it was. I just knew every time I shot the gun, the control shaking, and I got the rumble pack. And I'm playing again. I'm looking. I'm like, yo, this is amazing. I'm looking at the graphics. Back in the day, come on now. I'm looking at the graphics. I'm like, bro, what is this? Like, this is amazing, right? Then I went, my homeboy got one. My homeboy Hawk. Shout out to Hawk Jones. That's my bro. My boy Hawk Jones got a Nintendo 64. I went to his house and we played WCW versus the World. This wrestling game. Oh my gosh. I fell in love with that game. I'm like, yo, I'm getting a Nintendo 64. Mind you, all my friends at school talking about PlayStation. Everybody just like PlayStation, PlayStation. Bro, PlayStation, where is that? PlayStation. Everybody talking PlayStation. I'm like, Nintendo, man. Nintendo, where is it? I've always been with Nintendo. I'm riding with Nintendo. Even when I seen Sega was better, still riding with Nintendo. And now they got the Nintendo 64. I'm not abandoning Nintendo, right? So, Christmas came. My dad said, what you want for Christmas? I want a Nintendo 64. He made it happen. I got the Nintendo 64. I remember I got the Nintendo. I went home. I can't remember the games I had. But I played the games. I was so happy, man. Playing the games. Where did I play? I don't know where I played in PlayStation. Like, I played the PlayStation somewhere. And I don't know if my cousin had it. Somebody had a PlayStation. One time I went to one of my friends' house, right, and they were playing Resident Evil. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, whoa, like looking at the cutscenes, looking at the intro, looking at the way the graphics look. I'm like, yo, this PlayStation nice, and it was a disc, right? Nintendo 64 was still a cartridge. I had never seen a cartridge, even Sega CD. I hadn't really dealt with it like that. But I seen the disc. I'm like, yo, right? Virtual Fighter, all these things. I'm like, watching them play. I'm like, okay. Game Day. I think that was on Game Day '97. So I'm looking at the graphics. I'm looking at these, you know, they had the cutscenes was like live cutscenes, like you know what I'm saying, is DVD almost. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay. I can't remember what game I played. Matter of fact, okay, it wasn't a game. I ended up playing a demo disc, man. I played a demo disc, and it was on the demo disc. This was a popular demo disc. Like, so they had the PlayStation Underground. I don't know if y'all remember this. I'm gonna take y'all back. So I'm trying to be thorough with this, right? Because I want y'all to know what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from, right? For my journey in gaming. Because I'm just highlighting stuff. Like, you would have had to be in Reaper's stream that night when I first met Reaper just to know exactly what I'm talking about. I gave a lot of info out. Right now I'm just highlighting stuff, but there was a magazine called PlayStation Underground, right? Hold on one second. Hey, who in that kitchen? Yo! I hate when kids do that. They hear you call, they right there. They hear you call and they get quiet. Like, Caden, yes, what are you doing? Come here. What are y'all doing?
Mom said me and CJ can make the hot dogs.
Check them clothes.
Yes, sir. They weren't dried all the way, so I started them again.
Tell CJ come here.
Yes, sir. CJ, Demetrius needs you.
You know what you're doing?
Apparently she knows how to do it, so she's telling me.
So you boil the water.
Yeah, she is doing that right now.
Then you put the hot dogs in the boiling water.
Okay.
Do both packs.
Okay. Both packs. You only got one.
No, they got two. They got one in the refrigerator already.
All right.
And they got 2 cans of chili.
Okay.
All right. But you boil them first.
Okay.
Demetrius? I asked Demetrius like
There's 2 packs though.
there? I thought we got 1 pack.
So this is what it was called, right? So there was a yo, come here.
Yes, sir?
What you need to ask?
Huh?
What you need to ask?
For the second pack.
What about it?
There's already 2 packs in there. She didn't know that.
I didn't know that I didn't know we already had another pack.
Okay, fine. So
I was about to say, I skipped the store. Do we need 2 packs of hot dogs though?
we got to. So close that door.
This store?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a magazine called PlayStation Underground. One of the best, other than Nintendo Power, right? Or Electronic Gaming Monthly was also. But this right here, PlayStation Underground, right? Jam Pack, right? Jam Pack was it came with a demo disc, right? So let me see. So if you bought the PlayStation Underground, or if you had a subscription to the magazine, you got the demo disc with it, right? So look at the demo disc, Jam Pack, and you had a disc that came with every, right? So look at that, demos, Spyro the Dragon. Look at that, Metal Gear, right? Metal Gear Solid. Oh my gosh, come on. So you had all this, Game Day '99, right? So somebody had one. I think it was my cousin. So on this demo disc, right? This gotta be. I hate to say this, but this had to be the greatest demo disc of all times, right? So on this demo disc, right, PlayStation Underground, on this demo disc, you had Parappa the Rapper, this game, Parappa the Rapper, Tomb Raider, Cool Borders. What else they had on there? No, I'm gonna look it up. I don't want to lie. I'm gonna look it up, right? What?
While I wait for the water to boil, can I watch TV?
No, you can't watch TV because you got in trouble for stuff. Where's CJ?
In the on the couch.
If he in there, then you can watch it.
Yeah, he's in there.
Well, tell him come get this, but you can't watch TV alone. This might be it right here. No, this is Parappa the Rapper too. Oh, you know what game was on there? Armored Core, right? So you had Armored Core. You had, I think it was a Gex game, Parappa the Rapper. You had so many games, right, on this demo disc.
Hey, see, that was the mic I was about to get for
Tomb Raider. Crash Bandicoot, right? You had all these games, right? So that's another thing that propelled PlayStation to the forefront. They had so much good marketing, man. So much good marketing. And they had their own magazine, just like Nintendo had. Nintendo had Nintendo Power. PlayStation had... Bro, look at this. Look at this. Now, I didn't even know they sold it separate, right? $5. I didn't know they sold that separate. But if you had the magazine, you got a copy, you got a demo disc, right? So, yeah. Hot Shots Golf, Blasto, Toomba, bro, all these games, this demo disc was loaded. And they let you play a lot of the game on the demo disc. So I'm playing all these games. I'm like, yo, I think I made a mistake. Because I got a Nintendo 64, right, for Christmas. I'm like, yo, I think I made a mistake. And all my friends had a PlayStation. So I'm the only one that had a Nintendo, right? So I remember my friend told me, he's like, bro, just take your Nintendo in. He said, you still got your box? I'm like, yeah, I got my box. He's like, man, just take the Nintendo in and trade it in for a PlayStation. Both systems were the same price. I think it was like $150. But they both were the same price. I was like, bro, you could do that? He said, yeah. I said, I don't got the receipt. He said, you don't need the receipt. They're the same price. He said, bring it to Walmart, trade it in. And I did that. I bought it in. I boxed it up. I bought it in. It's like, what's wrong with it? I said, nothing wrong with it. I said, I don't want it. I said, my dad got the wrong machine. I want a PlayStation. He's like, all right. They checked everything, made sure everything was in there. I got a PlayStation. Just like that, bro. The following Christmas, I ended up getting a Nintendo 64. And that was the last Christmas gift I ever got from my dad. Sad to say. It's a little sadness in that story, but I think I was 16. I was 15. I was 15 or 16. What's up, Jada? Jada up in here. What's up with you? Howdy. Give you a shout out right quick. Appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you coming through. I'm just talking like I'm doing my podcast. I'm talking about my journey in gaming in the future and what it holds for me. I appreciate you being here. I've been walking to the gym. It's over 1.5 miles each way. Ooh, so you're doing 3 miles. So you're doing 3 miles, right? Just to get back and forth to the gym. So, okay, so when you get to the gym, So you lifting weights, right? You ain't doing no cardio because your cardio is walking to and from. So listening to a book about the civil rights movement and armed black resistance to racist violence on an audio book while I walk. Exactly. Yeah, I just start with the weights. Yeah, because you getting your listen. So are you getting your 10,000 steps? Because I know my doctor just recently tasked me with that, doing 10,000 steps a day, and that's 2 to 3 miles. So you getting your 10,000 steps, right? I don't know if you got an iPhone that tracks that. I have an iPhone that tracks it. So I haven't hit 10,000 yet, but I have been getting up there. So today I done 2,900. I end up doing whatever. I end up doing 3,000 at least, but let me see. I'm trying to show you my steps because I've been on it now. Yeah, so I went to the gym. I done 7,000. 7,000 one day, and then the next day I done 8. Right? I'm gonna hit 10 next week for sure. I'm gonna hit 10 for sure. But it's not as easy as it seems or sounds. It's not as easy, but exactly. That's a good question. My watch is old and the battery doesn't last a day anymore. I need to buy no. Okay. Yeah, so my doctor told me because I'm trying to lose weight, and he was like, "Yeah, you gotta start hitting 10,000 steps a day, right? Just to get active, just to keep my blood circulating because I drive trucks, so keep my blood circulating in my legs and to burn a certain amount of calories. And he put me on 1,800 calories a day, which I ain't honored that this whole weekend because it's Father's Day, and I'm doing my thing. I did my thing yesterday. I'm doing my thing today, but tomorrow we back on it. But 1,800 will lose you weight for sure. Yeah. I usually do 16. Hey, if I could do 16, I do this app called Fat Secret, right? It's an app called Fat Secret. If you type in whatever you eat, it happens to tell you the calories. Like it don't matter what you eat, like some food from Sonic, Hardee's, whatever you eat, you type it in and it got the calories for you. So you could track your calories and stuff like that. Fat Secret. I don't know why they call it that, but yeah, that's the name of it. See, it's right there. Fat Secret, the little key right there. Fat Secret. Right there. So yeah. But yeah, so you just log your food and stuff. People still texting me Happy Father's Day and stuff. I usually do 16. Okay. So back to subject, back to topic. But that's good, man. That's good. I'm proud of you. Don't quit. Keep on pushing. Keep on exercising. Keep on walking. You'll live longer. So I'm trying to extend my life too. I'm trying to drop 200 pounds. So I'm not trying. I'm gonna do it. I'm not tripping on that. I'm gonna do it. But it's good to have goals, man. It's good to have goals. It's good to have things to lock in on and lock into. But welcome, Jada. I appreciate you coming through. Thank you for all the love you always show. And we're just talking about my journey in gaming and like how I got to where I'm at now in the future. So I was talking about my PlayStation and my Nintendo 64. This is like 96, 97. right? So I got both systems. I got both systems to my house, right? I got a PlayStation and Nintendo 64. So I got like a small entertainment center, right? I got a small entertainment center, right? The TV's in the middle. I got the PlayStation on this side and Nintendo 64 on this side. And I got like a little splitter in the back. There's a tube TV. This ain't no flat screen. Like I said, it's the 90s. And I got a little splitter in the back, and I got both of them hooked up into the splitter. So whichever one you turn on, you know, I had the PlayStation on channel 4, I had the Nintendo on channel 3. Whichever one, you know, you turn it on, it come on, right? The 8-inch is you lose weight in the kitchen, not the gym. That's true. That's very true. That's very true. The gym is where you burn calories, but your diet is where you lose weight, because you accrue weight by what you eat, right? You retain calories by what you don't do, but you lose calories by what you do. And I'm not no fitness guru or nothing, like, you know, I'm overweight, but I listen to my doctors and the stuff they talk about and what they say. So yeah, you lose weight in the kitchen. Your refrigerator tells if you gaining weight or if you losing weight. So yeah, that's true. That's very true. What's up, Russ? I appreciate you, my brother. Happy Father's Day, man. Happy Father's Day, Russ. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, my brother. How you feeling, Russ? How you feeling? Shout out to Russ. Fortnite, Russ. Who got you playing Fortnite? Who got you playing Fortnite? I know somebody pulled you on there. You ain't just playing Fortnite. Who you creating content? Oh, you still with Sean Plays? You got on there with Sean Plays? Sean, yo, the things we do for our friends, man. Yeah, I quit buying the Little Debbie too. Got a turkey burger frying right now. Man, listen. That's the hardest relationship I had to end, man. Me and Lil Debbie. That Lil Debbie dragged me for years, man. Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy about Lil Debbie? Tell me I'm lying. Tell me we all done had some Lil Debbie. We all done had a honey bun, a zebra cake, a Swiss roll, a nutty buddy. We all done had something. A pecan spin, something, right? Tell me this ain't true. You reach a certain point in your life, right? If you eat a Lil Debbie snack cake, they all taste the same. Tell me I'm lying, right? You reach a certain point when you know that's when you know it's not healthy for you no more, cause it's all sugar. But you reach a certain point where you have now don't get me wrong, like the honey bun, of course, it tastes different because it got the cinnamon, right? The Nutty Buddy tastes different, it got peanut butter in it. But like if you eat a Swiss roll and a zebra cake, or like a zebra cake and a Swiss roll and a Star Crunch, they all taste the same. That Little Debbie is so processed, man. That snack is so processed. I can't mess with it no more, bro. I can't even mess with it. Bro, that was my favorite snack cake, bro. I love sweets, right? That was my favorite snack cake. Lil Debbie. I would go in there and buy it, bro. When I was younger, now I don't know how old some of y'all is, but when I was younger, them snack cakes was $0.25, man. They was $0.25, 50 cents, whatever. Now they like $1 or whatever, but I don't even mess with them no more, man. Cause out of all the snacks and junk I eat, I don't mess with Lil Debbie no more. They all taste the same. I don't know what it is. They all taste the same, man. Still have it. Well, I want to eat the honey bun anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much what you get. Is 2 honey buns. Is the regular honey bun and the ice honey bun.
Mom said she can't eat it.
Okay. What else? What else she ordered?
She ordered a baked potato, I think.
Okay, that's fine. Appreciate you. Y'all got that stuff cooking?
I'm about to put the hot dogs in right now. You want this open?
Close it. All right. Man. Yeah, the honey bun that's it, bro. Everything else tastes the same, bro. The honey bun is different because it got the cinnamon in it, but everything else, I don't care what nobody says. You believe it or don't believe it, everything else tastes the same. They do all just taste like straight sugar. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah, 100%. Yes, they were 25 cents. They went to 33, now 159. They can keep that. Your palate changes as you get older. That's true. That's true, Queen. Your palate does change. That's very true. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm eating some chili right now. Some Wendy's chili. Damn cheese in there, mom. Don't y'all clip that. Don't mess with that. Don't do that to the Piccsta, man. Don't do that. Hold on, y'all. People sending me Happy Father's Day and stuff.
I don't know if I put it in wrong, but it kind of
What?
it's kind of food.
What you mean?
All going in there.
You probably got too much water. Take a cup and scoop some of that water out.
All right.
Can't even boil hot dogs, man. Hey, these kids cook, man. These kids today. He having trouble boiling hot dog. He said, I don't know if I put it in there wrong with it, pause, but it's overflowing. You got too much water in there, dog. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, yeah, so welcome, Russ. I appreciate you coming through. We talking about my journey in gaming in the future, where I'm going from here.
No, the hot dogs are just laying on each other.
What do you mean?
The hot dogs are just laying on each other.
Are they boiling? Is the water boiling?
Right now, no.
Did you got the fire up all the way?
I've got it in the middle of medium and hot.
All the way. He's trying to boil it, trying to cook them. On Father's Day, I gotta deal with this. Like I said, at this point, I got both systems right. I'm playing both games. I'm playing like, you know what I'm saying? Playing PlayStation, and I'm playing Nintendo 64. But besides the few games I liked on Nintendo, right? NFL Quarterback Club, this game called Win Back. Let me show you this. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? WCW versus NWO Revenge. This game right here, the Win Back. Right? This game right here. Win Back. Operation Win Back. Right? Not Big Back, Win Back. These are some of the games I played, right? These are some of the games that I'm like, okay, I got my Nintendo 64. GoldenEye, of course, that's a no-brainer. GoldenEye. There was certain games that I played on Nintendo. Like, I need my Nintendo, right? But PlayStation was where it was at. That's the second time I fell in love with gaming. PlayStation. I think the thing about when I fell in love with gaming, when I had a Nintendo, NES, and when I had a PlayStation, was the variety of games. You have so many games, you see the games, you want to play the games, right? And I didn't have access to the games. I would have to rent the games, right? So even with PlayStation and Nintendo 64, Blockbuster, Movie World, they still was real prominent. So I'm still renting games. I'm still going to get 3 for 2, right? 3 games for the price of 2 for the whole weekend, right? And then in some cases, they would do a special, right? You could get a game Friday night, bring them back Tuesday. So, Reaper, happy Father's Day. What's up, Reap? My brother right there. I was just talking about you, bro. I was just talking about you. Yo, why that won't play? What? Ain't no way. Reaper, they won't even play your song, bro. Real bad man. They won't. It won't play. Hold on. Let me look at this. Hold on. What the hell? Did I delete it or something? It won't play. I think I deleted. Oh, I did. I think I did delete it. So I gotta keep it on my damn laptop for it to play. I'm learning. I'm still learning, y'all. Forgive me. I'm still learning. But welcome, Reaper, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. I was just talking about you. I was just talking about that epic night we became friends, man. That stream, the first stream I seen you do, and we was talking about wrestling. We was talking about. I appreciate you, Jada. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you. I was talking about that epic night where we talk wrestling, we talk retro gaming, consoles, and just tech, and just a lot of people don't know that's how we became friends. And yeah, I'm just, like I say, Reaper, welcome to the podcast. I'm just giving a rundown of my journey in gaming and what the future holds and where I'm going from here. Rabbit hole, we went in with the man. I remember you was playing a game. And you stopped playing the game, and we talked for like an hour after that. That's how good the conversation was. But like I said, I think I fell in love with gaming. Yeah, Reaper does great stream. Amazing stream. Not great. Amazing. But like I said, I think the reason why I fell in love with gaming again at the PlayStation level was because of the amount of games and the fact that I wanted to play so many games, but I didn't have access to them. I didn't have Tomb Raider. I didn't have Battle Arena Toshinden. I didn't have Virtua Fighter. I didn't have Tekken 2. I didn't have Gex, right? I didn't have Armored Core. These are all games that I've seen that I want. I didn't have The Perfect Weapon. I'm gonna tell you right now, that game, The Perfect Weapon, if you tried to go play that right now, you couldn't play it. You'd be like, what the hell is this? But back then, that game was good. That was an amazing game, The Perfect Weapon. Cause you ate Fruity Pebbles with Hawaiian Punch. I did not eat that, bro. I didn't eat that. That wasn't me. That's people from where I'm from that ate that. I never ate that combination, my brother. I love Fruity Pebbles now. That's one of my all-time great favorite cereals. I got that right up under Rice Krispie Treats. I don't even think they sell Rice Krispie Treats anymore. Hey, CJ! Rice Krispie Treats is my number one of all time. Right up under that, Fruity Pebbles. Look at this cereal we bought today. CJ! I'm not eating it. My kids eating it, but we seen it in the store today. But you made me try. Hey, you just try it. Bring that cereal right quick.
Huh?
Bring that cereal here so I can show my podcast right quick. Was it over 2,000 titles related for that one console? Nothing like that since. That's what I'm saying. Soggy ass cereal. Well, it's soggy if you play with it, but it didn't never last long enough to get soggy for me. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's gonna be good.
It's the big bakery for me. What?
Get the hell out
I
of
eat
here.
a lot.
Go. Close the door. Rice Krispies is oh.
Stupid, motherfucker.
Rice Krispie cereal is trash.
Oh no, he mad wild.
Yeah, he wilding for real.
Wait, Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispie treats cereal. You probably never had that.
I definitely haven't had that.
But he's just trying to start shit.
It's just Rice Krispie treats and cereal.
Yeah.
Oh no, he mad wild for that.
He just trying to start shit. He want to fight. I don't want to fight. It's Father's Day. I ain't trying to fight. I ain't fighting with Russ today. You can have that. You right, Russ. You right. It's ass. It's ass. I'm not going back and forth with you. I ain't doing that. Russ, you really tried that though? You tried that? I ain't tried that. I ain't mess with that. You tried that, big dog? If you tried that, that's on you, bro. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Jump Bay. What you talking about? What pot you got it in?
Kaden got like a little silver pot.
That's why. Why it's not in the big blue pot? The blue pot with the blue top.
Kaden said that was for the chili. I don't know what we were doing. She did all this stuff. I just put the hot dogs in.
Pour that into that blue pot.
Okay.
That's where you work with that at. You need space for that. You can't do that in a little silver pot.
Alright.
Close that door.
Okay.
I appreciate you, Jumby. How you doing, my brother? Welcome to the podcast. It takes 27 seconds for it to become soggy. All right, bro. I'm gonna let you have that, bro. I'm not. Listen. I'm talking about how the cereal tastes. I'm not going back and forth, bro. You have your opinion, bro. Matter of fact, what's your favorite cereal, Russ? Since you talking shit about every cereal I like, what's your favorite cereal, bro? And why would I eat some cereal that make noise? What's your favorite cereal, bro? That's all I want to hear right now. What's your favorite cereal? See, I'm a cereal expert. I like soggy cereal. Man, ain't nothing wrong with soggy cereal. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but you don't let it get soggy. See, Russ was one of them kids. He eat one scoop of cereal and he watched cartoon for 10 minutes. That's the kid he was. The TV on, he couldn't concentrate. He didn't worry about the food in front of him. He eat one spoonful. Oh, go to commercial. Oh, it's back on. Before you know it, his cereal is. What's your favorite cereal? Corn Pops. Yo, hold on, I ain't talking to. Honey Snacks. Oh, Russ. How the hell bro? You could have said Frosted Flakes. You could have said Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp. Come on now. You could have said Honey. So Honey Smacks. That's what you're talking about. With the frog on it. This hold on. This Russ' favorite cereal, y'all. Oh my God. This Russ cereal, y'all. This what Russ like. What you call it? Fruity Pebbles trash? Yo. No. Who said? No, you said I like Honey Smacks. My favorite cereal is Frosted. Okay, Frosted Flakes is good. Frosted Flakes is top tier. That's top 3. Frosted Flakes. But this, man, you keep information like that to yourself, bro. Keep this to yourself, my G. This ain't it, bro. That ain't it, dog. Hey, you know what? I respect it though. I respect everybody's opinion, bro. I ain't tripping like that. Now, if you had to have this to know. You had to have this to know. See this right here? You had to. You just had to. You just had to be there, bro. You just had to be there, but not this wolf. I don't know who that wolf is. They had some burglars on the front, like some cat burglars on the front. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know who that damn wolf is. Maybe I'm just that old, man. They got a whole wolf on the front. I ain't never seen no wolf on the mug. Let me see. Cookie Crisp from 80s. See, this was the Cookie Crisp with the burglar on it and a cop. That's when I was eating it. I don't know who the hell that wolf. I don't know what's going on with this wolf, bro. That's some new shit. Now this right here, y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say what y'all want. This is the GOAT. That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT. And if you ain't ate it, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear no opinions. If you ain't ate it, if you ain't ate that, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't even want to talk. He say, I'll pass. well, hey, I don't know why you would rob yourself of life like that, but go ahead and pass, my brother. Go ahead and pass. I don't know why. Cinnamon toast, soggy as balls. Hey, cinnamon toast. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Let them know, Jumbe. Hey, cinnamon toast crunch is up there. I would put them first. Cinnamon toast crunch is right there. Then frosted flakes. I would do that. Number 3, you put in whatever you like, but frosted flakes, cinnamon toast crunch. All right. What up, Retro? Retro up in here. Retro recap. What up, my brother? We up in here talking about stuff we ate when we was high. They don't want to admit that, but yeah. I'm doing well. Hope your kids are spoiled you today. Jumby, I actually had a good Father's Day today, man. Shout out to anybody that's a father today. I don't know how many of y'all, I know Russ got, but I don't know how many of y'all got kids, but I know Rice Krispies ain't even top 5, bro. Listen, bro. I'm trying to hold it together, bro.
Man, did this dude just did this?
I'm trying to hold it together, bro. Russ pissed me off.
Man, come on, man.
I'm trying to hold it together, bro. Russ came in here just to piss me off, bro. That's what he did, bro. He come in here just to piss me off, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, man. You still eat King Vitamin. Man, bro. I'm not going to front, bro. Look, we didn't have it like that growing up, bro. King Vitamin. I ate King Vitamin before. I ate King Vitamin, you know what I'm saying? We had Wick. We had Wick and stuff like, bro, we had that, dog. You know what I'm saying? We had that. I ain't tripping. We had all that. I don't mess with it no more, though. I don't mess with that no more. What up, Lucky? I don't mess with that no more, though. I had it before, though. That rough-ass cereal. King Bottom.
What do I do when I think it's good?
Okay, come on, man.
Can I put the chili in?
No, because you already put the shit in the wrong pot. So, crack them things open.
Me?
No, he got it. You got to dump the water.
Okay, in the sink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do that? You sure?
Yeah.
Just the water. Then you put those in there, and you put it on low fire, and stir it up. Stir the you know what you could do? You could put the hot dogs in the pot that you had them in after you dump the water, and you could put the chili in the blue pot
Okay.
and just stir it up till it get hot. Then you can put the hot dogs in there.
All right.
Simple enough.
I got my soda with dinner.
Can you go get out of here?
You asked me way too many questions at the wrong time.
What's up, Lucky? It was Lucky I seen in here, right? Been solid, grinding, man. Trying to be the best I can be for real. You already the best, Retro. You already the best. You the best, my brother. You ain't trying to be the best. You the best. Let me stop paying attention to Russ, man, because he pissing me off. Let me catch up on chat, y'all. Hold on, let me catch up on chat. Still eating King Vitamin, whatever. Oh yeah, hey, hold on, bro. Make sure, hey, if y'all have time, it ain't gonna even take 20 seconds. Make sure y'all click on this video. Just like it. That's all you gotta do. That's it. That's all I ask you to do. Just like the video, right? Go to my YouTube, like the video, leave a comment. I don't care if you leave this. Just leave a comment. Leave a comment. It'll help me out. Appreciate y'all, man. But if you want to watch the whole video, it's a good video. It's a very good video. Reaper was there. Reaper watched the whole thing live. Go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and check it out. Click on that link. Like the video. Leave a comment. Be honest. Be brutal. Be nice. But just leave a comment. I really appreciate it. I haven't dropped a long form video in a long time. I usually do shorts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But, you know, go ahead and take care of that for the Piccsta, man. I appreciate y'all. Very fun times, Reek. Very fun times. Let me see. I'm catching up on chat, y'all. I'm catching up on chat. Stop reading so fast. Stop reading chat so fast. Apple Jacks is top tier. Oh. Apple Jacks is good though. Apple Jacks is good. For real. You like cereal that gonna tear the roof of your mouth up to you know, Rice Krispie Treats was kind of rough, but French Toast Crunch is beyond top tier. If you can find it. I'll take Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Okay. So like I say, man, welcome to the podcast. We're talking about my journey in gaming and where I'm going in the future of gaming. Okay, so like Reaper said, over 2,000 titles for the PlayStation. So many games, man. So like, and when you have a lot of games, and this is back in the day when we got games and the games was complete. Wasn't no DLC, wasn't none of that. You had a memory card. If you didn't have a memory card, you were screwed. But you played these games. You've seen different graphics in games. You've seen the video cutscenes. The games were longer as far as, you know, they took a little bit more time to complete. They had a lot of content with the games, right? Stuff we're not getting today. Now, you'll get it eventually, but at drop, you're not getting all that. And like I say, I fell in love with gaming again with the original, the OG PlayStation release. The PlayStation 2, that's a whole different story. The PlayStation 2 it changed gaming for real. But I made the same mistake with the PlayStation 2 that I made with the PlayStation 1. I went with another console. And that console was the Sega Dreamcast. I don't regret that one. I don't regret that one. The Sega Dreamcast was a monumental system. It was the console was amazing. It was before its time with everything with the I forgot what they called the little the memory card, but it was digital. It's like it had like a you could take it out of the controller and it had, you know what I'm saying, you could take it with you. That console had online gameplay. Like the graphics of that console, oh my gosh, the VMU, the graphics of that console, man. I stand by this statement. If they would just have waited, if they would have released a year before the PlayStation 2 or a year after the PlayStation 2, they would have made it. You would have seen a Dreamcast 2. Sega would have got their money's worth if they just would have dropped early or released a year later. The PlayStation 2 launch, that got to be the greatest console launch of all time. That was the most anticipated launch of all time. I'm just saying that. I'm saying that like the PlayStation did so good that was the most anticipated. The PlayStation 2 was so anticipated, and they had so many games ready at launch. They had like, bro, and just the games that came out following launch. I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm talking about Devil May Cry. Man, they had, bro, I played a game, Dead to Rights. I remember Dead to Rights. They had so many games for the PlayStation 2, man. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. I remember playing that game in Walmart. Like, just the first level of the game. So, memory card, portable console. It was a movement. Yes. SSX Tekken Tag Tourney. Got those instantly. Like, so the PlayStation 2 was a whole different problem. But Sega could have competed. They could have. They tried to go too close to the PlayStation 2. Man, but the Dreamcast, how you say that game, the name of that game? Is it Shimu? Shimu, whatever. I had that. I had that game. I had Royal Rumble. I had that game. Bruh, check this game out that I had for Sega Dreamcast. I told Repo about it. I think he knew about it. Bruh. Yo, this game, if you ain't played this game, I don't know what to tell you, bro. For Sega Dreamcast, yo, hey, this game right here, I had this game. I had that. I had NFL 2K, 2K. I had NFL 2K. I had NBA 2K. So NFL 2K, I think it had Terrell Owens on the front. I had NBA 2K. It had Allen Iverson on the front. I had this game, right? I had Raw WWF Raw Rumble. I had the boxing game. I forgot the name of that boxing game. It's popular, but I had that. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That actually was the first game I bought for the system. I bought that game before I even bought the system. I knew I wanted a Sega Dreamcast so bad, and I started preparing for it. That was the first game I bought. Resident Evil Code Veronica. I bought that. Bruh, they just, the Dreamcast, but you gotta put some respect on the Dreamcast, man. You gotta put some respect on the Dreamcast, man. For real. They could have made it, man. They could have. But they just, the launch was all crazy, man. I think they had heat. They knew they had heat, and they was like, bro, we gotta get this heat out. We can't hold it. We gotta. And I don't think they anticipated how tough that release was gonna be for the PlayStation 2. I think they felt they could take on the PlayStation 2, and then like bro, nobody could. If Nintendo had a console, they couldn't take on the PlayStation 2. Anything that dropped along with the PlayStation 2 was gonna die. Anything. What up, Hood Ninja? What up, my brother? What's up, my brother? Welcome to the podcast, man. I appreciate you coming through, my brother. Happy Father's Day if you have any children. If not, I know your girl call you daddy, so happy Father's Day, my brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. Marvel Rivals. I seen you playing Marvel Rivals the other night too. You be playing that shit late at night. Welcome to the podcast, though, man. So I got the Sega Dreamcast. I loved it. I enjoyed it, and I ended up selling it. Right. I ended up selling it. And today I will say this before I go any further. I will say this. I had a lot of consoles, and I wish I would have kept them. Like, I just really wish I would have kept them. I should have kept those consoles. Like, I had a whole bunch of consoles, and I just should have kept them. But I kind of didn't at the time. I didn't think about the future. I didn't think about what they would be worth. I didn't think about if they would become scarce or out of production. I was a kid, man. I never thought about any of that. But man, I got rid of that. Ended up buying a PlayStation 2. PlayStation 3. Before I got the PlayStation 4, right? But let me talk about PlayStation 3 for a second. I think PlayStation 3 is where I really became a gamer. Like, that's when I started playing online like a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, I played online with the PlayStation 2. I played like a lot of Madden, right? I was playing a lot of Madden on PlayStation 2, and I was real good, man. I was over 500 on my online games. I think I was like at 600 or 700. Like, I was real good, man. I had a good rep. But PlayStation 3, that's when I got into like Grand Theft Auto 4, playing in those lobbies. That's when I got into like some of the FPS games. Like, I really started to like spend a lot of time online and playing games online. PlayStation 4, of course, but I didn't get a PlayStation 4 at first. With that gen, I got an Xbox One, right? And I got it for my kids. Like, I didn't get it like I wanted it. I got it for my kids. I got it for them for Christmas. I got it for them for Christmas of 2010, right? I got them that. I remember I had a PlayStation, man. My PlayStation broke. This was the first console I had that broke. So my PlayStation had broke.
Huh? How many hot dogs can we have?
What you mean?
Huh?
Just 2. How many you need?
Just asking.
Did you warm the chili up?
Yeah. I put the chili. I put the hot dogs in while I was mixing up the chili.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Y'all should have a soda in there.
Yeah, there's 2
Orange sodas, right?
Yeah.
Take that.
All right.
So, I had got the PlayStation for my son, my sons, right? Not the PlayStation. I'm sorry, the Xbox One. I got it for my sons. Now, my PlayStation 3. That's the first console I got that broke, right? And what it was the loading tray. So if you had a disc and you push the game into the PlayStation, it would automatically take it in, whatever. So something shorted out on it where it wouldn't take in the game, or if you had a game in there, it wouldn't give it back. So I remember I bought it to this place called Play and Trade, right? There was this gaming store called Play and Trade. They fixed it. My PlayStation did good for about 2 months, and it did the same thing. I bought it back. The dudes at Play and Trade, they told me, they said, man, you might as well just get you another PlayStation because it's going to keep doing that. So it's like, get you a Slim. Get the Slim version, whatever. So I got the Slim. And then, like I said, when the next gen came, the Xbox One and the PlayStation, I also had a OG Xbox too. And I keep saying me, but I bought it. I bought it. I guess I owned it, but it was for my kids. I don't know why. I was just always giving my kids the Xbox. They're like, y'all play that. I'm on PlayStation. Don't touch my PlayStation. So they had the Xbox One, and I played that for a little while. I played Dying Light on that. I played Fallout 4 on that. I played a lot of games on that before I got my PlayStation 4. I got that. Got the PlayStation 5. Now that's my journey in gaming. That's highlights of my journey in gaming. Like I say, it would take a long time for me to really just go through it all and let you know console by console, year by year, all these things. We can talk about that later. We're already 2 hours in, over 2 hours of the podcast. But my announcement, where are we going moving forward, right? So my journey in gaming moving forward, one day I came home and I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna play some cards today. I'm gonna get on it. I'm about to get it in. Couldn't play. My PlayStation Plus had expired. So I was looking at the prices and stuff, right? My Game Pass expired like months ago. I didn't even renew that shit. And I didn't renew it because I wasn't on my laptop a lot and I wasn't on my Xbox. Like I got an Xbox upstairs with my PlayStation. They side by side. And I wasn't on it. Like my wife was on the Xbox. She got this little game on there. She likes to play this little house this game where you sell real estate, you sell homes, and I forgot House Flipper. House Flipper is the name of the game. So I think they got it on PlayStation, but she was playing it on Xbox or whatever. So that was the only reason why I really was doing the House Flippers. Yeah. My wife loved that game, man. So she was playing that. That's the only reason I was getting my Game Pass subscription. So and I mean I had all kind of games that I downloaded on my laptop from the Xbox Game Pass, but I only played a few of them, like maybe 2 or 3. So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it no more. I'm not spending no more money on that Game Pass. I'm not. The game's just not it for me. But then I got to my PlayStation and I looked at it, and you can, like, PlayStation they've been real good with keeping up with the times. So happy Father's Day to everyone. Appreciate you, Hood Ninja. Appreciate you, my brother. So they got a PlayStation app on my laptop, so I could play the games that's on PlayStation Plus on my laptop, right? So, and I played some of them, not all of them, but I played some of them, and I kept looking at them like, bro, why should I pay for this subscription? Why I gotta pay to play games? Like, I don't even want these games. First of all, I don't want these games. You act like you charging $160 for a year subscription and you get all these games. I don't want those games, right? I don't. That's first of all. Second of all, why am I paying to play online? And I'll be honest. Reaper told me this years ago, right? Years ago, Reaper was like, yes, that sucks, bro. Like, just pay to play online. Like, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation, PC is free, right? And I battled within myself back and forth for like a week. A little bit over a week, man. Like it's like 10 days, 11 days. And I'm looking at the price. It's like $160. I stared at that price so much to where it went on sale. It ended up going to like $107, right? But I'm still looking at like $107 for a year. And I'm looking at I'm like, look how many years I've had this subscription. And I haven't even played, like, a lot of these games. I haven't played them, right? The games I like and I love, like a Fallout, whatever. And to be honest, every month they at least give you one game that's worth it with the free games. You get like 3 to 4 free games a month. They at least give you one. Like this month, I think they gave us like a NBA 2K25. I mean, the season about to be over, but still, if you don't feel like spending money on the game, you get the game at the end of the season for free. So, and I say for free, but if you paying for it through the subscription. So I kept going back and forth with myself, and it was very hard for me because I was like, all this whole hour I've been talking to y'all, I'm telling you about my journey in gaming. I've never been a PC player. Like I've played PC games. I've played Duke Nukem, like the side scrolling Duke Nukem, the black and white Duke Nukem. I played Prince of Persia, right? I've played Myst. I've played some PC games, but I won't call myself a PC gamer because I've never been that. I've always been a console guy. Always been a console guy. So it was just hard for me. I was like, just seeing the rumors and the talk. Oh, we getting the PlayStation 6 right? I'm like, yo.
Hey, it's on again. 'Cause we ain't broke no more. No more. We ain't broke no more. Hey.
I appreciate you, Reed, bro. The OG Duke, bro. Listen, bro. That OG Duke Nukem, bro. Listen, and that's a tough game, man. That's a tough game, bro. And like, you know what I'm saying, like, out of here, Reed. Like even Prince of Persia, like the original Prince of Persia, them games was tough, man. Them games was hard, man. But I've played them. Doom, like the original Doom, Wolfenstein, like. I played some PC games, but like I say, I didn't like the mouse and key aspect. Even like some of my friends, like my homeboy Brent, he had a PC and he had PC games, and he had like Civilization and stuff, like he had all kind of stuff. I didn't like the mouse and key. I never could get with it. Like I never liked it, stuff like that. But I've just always been a console guy. I don't know why still to this day. I can't even explain why it's so hard for me to break away from console. I can't tell you why I'd rather console over PC. But the reality is setting in for me as far as the pricing and with the subscriptions and what you have to pay, right? What you have to pay to play on a console, right? Is really just asinine when you think about it. Like, you paying almost $200, right? You bought the console. Now you're gonna pay a subscription of almost $200. Almost, like, it's over $150 every year to get access to games you may not even touch, right? So you really just paying $150, $160 every year just to play multiplayer online, and just to have access to some games that may not come out on PC till 6 months to a year later, right? My hands cramp from the MNK. I can't. I'm just not appealed to it, Russ. I can do it. I play a lot slower on mouse and key, but I don't like it. This is what I use. Shout out to Xbox. That's what I use. They ruined the price advantage of consoles. Right. And that's the thing, Reap. I don't think they care. I don't think Microsoft or PlayStation or Nintendo, I don't think they care. I don't think they care about don't get me wrong, I get it. These things have to be paid for one way or another. These games, the cloud, like, it has to be paid for one way or another. But say that. Don't put everything behind don't make us feel like, oh, we giving y'all so much. Pay this price because we giving you so much. Why are you trying to make me accept it? I didn't ask you for any of this. Just tell us, hey, the cloud costs money. For us to save your information costs money. For us to run these servers costs money. So you got to pay. And I get it. It's better for a console to say, pay us for online multiplayer, and we pay everybody else that have servers rather than each developer or each studio saying you got to pay us to be on our server, right? It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy, and a lot of these servers have no maintenance, and what I mean by maintenance is just, a lot of them are full of cheaters. They full of cheaters, man, and you just got to deal with it, right? If you could pay a subscription, an Xbox subscription, if Xbox Live go down, you just got to deal with that. You know, you would have think that I learned my lesson back on PlayStation 3 when they had that data breach, and we was out of gaming for like a month and a half. Like, you would think people learned their lesson then. Like, you can't I could not play no games, nothing. Even if I had the disc, I couldn't play. Right? And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. So then you go ahead and you pay for the subscription. Let's say something goes wrong. Then they just try to give you some kind of bullshit credit. Right? I'm like, bro, it just got so tiring. And like, it was two things. I didn't have the money to spare. And I just kind of looked at it and felt like, why should I be paying to play for, you know what I'm saying? It's all money. Listen, bro. I didn't pay my subscription. I came downstairs in the office where I'm at right now, fired up my laptop, and I just started playing COD on my laptop. The graphics are better. The game is faster. The controller response is faster, right? I started playing other games. I got back into the Division. There was so much stuff that I started playing, right? I just started playing games, bro, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna pay my subscription. I don't think I'm gonna pay it. And I was standing on that. I was like, fuck, I'm not doing it. Then I got me a good check. I got a good check. I was like, all right, let me get my subscription. I paid for the subscription, bro. It was $107 I paid for the year. Not too long after that, I started seeing like Xbox handheld. Then they had the rumor of the PlayStation handheld supposed to launch on alongside with the PlayStation 6, right? Let me see. PlayStation handheld to feature AI upscaling 16 gigabytes. Let me see. PlayStation handheld to release and it's just a rumor, right? It's not nothing is set in stone. But it's a rumor. And a lot of times when Sony have rumors, they make them come true. They throw it out there to see what the fan reaction is, and they end up cashing in on it, right? Right there. New PlayStation. It's just a rumor. New PlayStation handheld console could launch with the PlayStation 6. And I just feel like, damn, like, now y'all got these consoles, y'all burning through consoles every 5 to 6 years now, right? Every 5 to 6 years now y'all, like, you know, what happened to the 8 to 10 year, you know what I'm saying? We used to be at 8 to 10 years. Now y'all doing them every 4 to 6 years now. How long did the Switch last? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get nothing out of what you pay for these consoles. So I'm looking at, I just paid for my PlayStation Plus, and I'm like, bro, I'm looking at it, bro. I'm like, I can't do this no more, bro. I can't. So I made my decision, and my decision is I'm going strictly PC. Like, that's where we going moving forward. I'm not saying I won't buy a PlayStation. I'm not saying there won't be a PlayStation or Xbox or whatever console may come out in the future in my home. But it'll be for the kids, right? It'll be for the kids. The subscription will be online multiplayer only. All that other stuff, all that free games a month, all that, you don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, I'm not investing any more money into my PlayStation 5. I'm not investing any more money into my Xbox. I'm not investing any more money into subscriptions. That's it. And when the new console launch, I'll see where my kids at with it. I'll see what they need, or if I can get my hands on one. I'm not fussing or fighting to get one. I'm not clawing and scratching to get one. Me and my gaming journey moving forward, I'm just going to be on PC. That's the end of it. I made my decision. It wasn't an easy decision. Like anybody that's watching this or that will watch this later on the Vibe, whatever, they may say, well that was simple. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a simple. I don't know what it is that keeps me grounded to my PlayStation. I don't know if it's my trophies. I don't know if it's my accomplishments on there. I don't know if it's just the fact that I have a hard time letting go of it. Like I said, I fell in love with that PlayStation, right? And I've been on PlayStation for all these years, right? I'm a Sony guy. But just moving forward, I'm like, I don't want to spend no more money. It just makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. And if some kind of way they start to have subscriptions on the PC, if some kind of way that just was possible, you still get more out of your PC. You still get more from PC than console, right? That was me at the end of the PlayStation 2 life cycle. See, the PlayStation 2 life cycle was kind of extended for me. I liked it. PlayStation 3 was pretty good. PlayStation 4, that probably was the longest I ever had a console. PlayStation 4. But yeah, I came to my decision. Like, so that's the announcement. That's the big announcement. It took me 2 hours and 28 minutes to tell everybody that. But, you know, yeah, moving forward, I'm gonna be strictly PC. Every game that's gonna come out, I'm gonna get on PC. My friends was asking me about getting 2K. They was asking me about getting NCAA 26. I'm thinking about getting those games. You know, I hadn't got a 2K in a while. The last Madden I got, I think it was 25. No, 24. I think it's 24. The one with the Josh Allen on the front. I got that one. But anything I get moving forward is gonna be on PC. I don't know if I'm gonna entertain any more Call of Duty games unless they're free. But anything I buy, it's gonna be on PC. I'm not buying anything else on PlayStation or Xbox. I told this to one of my friends, and he was like, "Man, you sure?" He's like, "Man, what about Grand Theft Auto 6?" That game. I'm not. If it don't drop on PC day one, whenever it drops, I might entertain it. I haven't bought a Grand Theft Auto game in a long time, so whenever it drops, I might entertain it. But other than that, I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna play on my PlayStation until the PlayStation 6 come out, whatever. But I'm not gonna probably even mess with it or be in a rush to get it. The PC is the way. That's the way I'm going, and I even for the duration of the PlayStation 5 you have. Yeah, I'm not purchasing no more games on PlayStation. I'm not. Everything I purchase is gonna be on my PC. Like everything is gonna be on Epic or Steam or whatever. I'm not. That's just the conclusion. And like I say, it wasn't an easy decision. It wasn't. I don't care what nobody say. This goes past the couple of weeks I didn't pay for my PlayStation Plus subscription. It's been on my mind for a minute, and I'm like, dang, bro, like it's really been on my mind, and I'm like, what's the pros and the cons? I wrote it down, like all that, and I'm like, man, like I put enough money into my PlayStation, especially with the subscriptions. I put a lot of money into my PlayStation, so nah, like game subscriptions, nah, controllers, done with all that. So yeah, that's where we going moving forward in the future. I still want to build me a PC. I still want to get me a nice little rig. I kind of don't want to do it right here, right now. The office is pretty big. I got the little green screen, Elgato green screen thing right there. But we are looking for a home. We are looking to buy a home, and I kind of want to do that when I get a home. When we get a home and I get a gaming space, because I'm using this space right now as my gaming space. But this is the office. This is where my wife works whenever she doesn't have to go into the office. So I don't really want to take over this space and make it mine, and so in the next few years we may be buying a home, and I'm gonna try to build me something. But yeah, I got my laptop right now. My laptop's still good. I may need a couple of upgrades within a year or whatever. I'll take care of that. But this is where I'm going. This is my gaming journey moving forward. Everything's gonna be PC. And I think that was really important for me to talk about, because just to not be clear about it or not talk about the path of my gaming journey. I think if I just came out and say, yo, from here on out I'm going PC, I think most people would have been like, okay, yeah, like okay, yeah, that's what you should have been doing. You could have did that 4 years ago, 5 years, like, right? Like nobody would have, but I think I just wanted to, take you on the journey and let you know like why I was so grounded with these consoles. And, I feel like I put a lot of time, this is 30 plus years, like, and I spent a lot of money, and I had a lot of accomplishments. I started streaming on console. Like it's a lot, man. It's a lot. House first. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We getting that. That's a hard stance you made, a line in the sand for real. I mean, and I had to reap. I had to, man. Like consoles not changing. They're not. They would have to lose half of their fan base, which they're never going to lose it because there's always going to be kids on consoles. But they would have to lose a lot to even pivot, right? And they're not losing anything right now, so it's no pivot. It's nothing going to happen. They're going to keep going the way they're going. So we have to make, as gamers, we have to make decisions personally. And I made mine. Like I'm not. I applaud that. I applaud it too. That's what's happening moving forward, man. And I'm excited about. I'm still like kind of like, but because you never know, man. You never know. Like the PlayStation 6 might come out and it may have like all kinds of like perks. It may have all kinds of stuff. Like everything that you got on your PC, they may get closer and closer. So like, you know what I'm saying? But even with that, you got to think about it's gonna still cost more money. The more they give you, the more they're gonna charge you. Like they're never gonna go down in price. They're gonna say, okay, let's say we selling you everything you need with. Let's say we selling you microphones. We giving you the best GPU. We giving you so much stuff, right? Now when the PlayStation 6 come out, you can stream on YouTube. You can stream on Twitch. You can stream on Kick. Like they got it all built in the system. A lot of stuff may start looking appealing and feeling appealing to people. Like, yo, I don't need a PC. I got, like Reaper said, most consoles is like low end PCs. Now you got this, right? You got a low end PC, and it's affordable, and it's almost, well, not almost, it's way more sturdy than a you know what I'm saying, a computer or a laptop. You're good to go, right? But it's at what cost? At what cost? Now the $160 subscription may go to $180, or you know what? Let's just bring it to $200. $200 for a year, right? $200 for a year. You get to play online. You get to have access. They give you so much stuff that you feel like, oh, this is I need this. No, you don't. You don't. Oh, guess what? Now you got a PlayStation 6 and you're paying a $200 subscription a year, and now you got access to PlayStation 1 through PlayStation 5 games. Not the games you want, but the games we decide to put on this subscription, but you got all 5 consoles. No. I just, you know what I'm saying? Nah. And like I say, it's a lot that came with that decision. But one of the things I thought about was like not just the price, but like whenever PlayStation Network goes down, you just butt naked out here. Like you can't do nothing. It's like, okay, now I can't play online. I can't access these games that I play online. Like, nah. You pay over $100 for a subscription? Nah, I'm good. And I get it. Some people will say, well, that's why they got some games you can live stream, some games you could download. You don't have to stream it and play it. You could download it and play it at your convenience. Nah. For that much of a subscription, it should be better than that. They should have this shit locked in. But that's my decision. That's where I'm going moving forward in gaming. Like I say, I am excited about it. I'm really looking forward to playing more retro games. There's games that you can play on websites, right? I've been on a few of them. I had a website. I lost it though. I have to find it again. But I found a website. And that website had just about every game ever made. Arcade games, everything. I was playing Michael Jackson Moonwalker on the website. That's not something you can get on a console, on any console. You know what I'm saying? Unless you mod it, and it ain't you. Why you gotta do all that? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of advantages like that. You don't have to pay to play online. You pay your damn internet bill, and you got online access. There's like Steam, Epic. They have all kind of sales. Affordable prices for some games. A lot of free games. It's a lot of advantages to it. And like while I said, like while it's kind of tough to break away from the console, it's tough to just say, okay, damn, I got a lot of years, 20 plus years invested in PlayStation. I got 15 plus years worth of trophies. Like all good things must come to an end. So that's mine. It's coming to an end. I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast, man. We about to get up out of here. Got some gaming I want to do on my PC. Let me go make sure these kids ain't tear this kitchen up. But man, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. I appreciate all the love, man. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. Hood Ninja, Russ, Reap, Lucky, Queen Mouse, Jada. Man, so many people came. Plague. So many people came through, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man, supporting the podcast and supporting all my broadcasts, man. Can't do it without y'all, man. I mean, I could, but I'd rather have the support, man. I appreciate y'all, man. About to raid out. You will be able to find this VOD on YouTube. If you haven't yet, check this video out. You can go to YouTube. You click that link. You can check that video out. You can like that video. You can subscribe to the channel. You can leave a comment. I really would appreciate that. And the VOD will be uploaded tomorrow we got conditioning. Tuesday I'll upload the VOD and I'll leave it up there till the next episode. To the next episode of the podcast, which will be in when I'm gonna do this next episode. I don't know, man. Got so much going on, man. Like I said, football season just started again. Got a lot going on, man. But we getting ready to raid it out. Let's see who's streaming. Who is streaming? Wow. I really appreciate y'all, man. Any suggestions? See a couple of people right now. You know what? We're gonna read out to Seda. Reaper, you might enjoy that. Her name is Seda, but she says it like Sega. Sega. You might like that. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, she's a good streamer. She's playing Fortnite right now. Goodbye. Hey man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here, man. Thank y'all for supporting me. Pay attention to the socials. Pay attention to the socials for the next podcast. I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace. Oh, y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all see that bling? That boy got his wedding ring on today. That bling. I ain't gonna flex on y'all too hard. I ain't gonna flex on y'all. I appreciate y'all, man.